Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. येषां बोधेन संजातं कालज्ञानं वराननेन तेषां जायते बोधः शास्त्रकोटिशतैरपि. We are studying Kalottara. बड़ा कठिन नाम है. देवी Kalottara Agama. This text is rather very rarely discussed in public, because it is likely to create more confusion and chaos if we are not qualified to listen to this. See? Everything is not for everybody. So, we suppose our audience to be of that type who have risen above the same routine things of life. See? And just to give it an example, what type of audience it is, we see a lot of crowds in the open, free Bollywood performances. Huge crowds. Then another place where you see the crowds, they are the hospitals. Huge crowds. The third place we get crowds are in the temples. And the fourth place where the crowds are very scanty, and they are the gyms. These are the four places. Now in the Bollywood free show, who goes? Those who are the bhogi, those who want to indulge and enjoy. See, they go. And majority of us fall in that purview. Second type of people, they go to the hospital. They are rogi. Nobody is invited. Please come to our hospital. Nobody. They go on their own. They are rogi. Then the third type of people go to the temple. And nobody goes to temple for God or for God's sake. We go only for fulfilling our desires. So in the temple and outside the temple, both the places, there are beggars. Outside beggars are begging for another beggar. And in outside people who go in the temple, they are also beggar of different type. Sophisticated beggars. See? Like the driver is a government servant and the boss is also a government servant. Both of them are naukar, servant. But they think themselves to be superior than others. See? Three places. And in the gym, who goes? Those who are healthy and want to maintain their health. Only such people go to gym. Our class is for the fourth category. Those who are healthy, meaning those who have neither the bhoga as the criteria of life, nor the roga. My wife is like that, my husband is like that, my in-law like that. They are also not there. So they are neither the bhogi nor the rogi. Nor the kami. Swamiji, my son doesn't want to get married. Please. See what they talk, they don't understand. And they are talking to whom? The one who never wants to get married. So what will I tell? I said, if he comes to me, I'll tell him, very good beta, never get married. See? We go to the temple only for getting our desires fulfilled. and those who go to gym. So you are all coming to a gym, wherein you have risen above your these three lower faculties, Bhogi, Rogi and Kami. Enough of it. See? Now you want to maintain your spiritual health. To such students, this is address. Yesham bodhena sanjatam kala jnanam varanane na tesham jayate bodha shastra koti shatairapi. Yesham bodhe, Yesham chaitanye, those who are abiding in this pure consciousness, but they have not yet recognized because they are yet lost in this Kala Jnanam. Kala Jnanam means what? See, time is born only after a sequence is established. And sequence can be established only if there is a movement. So time, therefore they call it Kala Chakra. It's a wheel of time. See? Meaning what? As long as we are engaged and influenced by the changes about and around us, they are far away from the truth. See? Therefore, Kale Chitta Chalana Rahite Kale. If one has come to this point, that they are living in the constant change, but are not influenced by any change. Meaning, they are not stones. Stone is not influenced whether you put a shoe on it or you put a flower on it. Stone is not influenced. We are not talking about stones. We are talking about the living beings, human beings. See? And this is so simple. Only thing, it has to click one day in our life. See? We all go through experiences which are of opposite nature. Joy, sorrows. Gain, loss. Achievement, failure. Victory, defeat. Health, disease. See? There is no choice because the world is made up of this kind of stuff. We have no choice. But what is our problem? We get influenced by them. So when there is joy, we start jumping out of our skin. Ha ha ho. When there is misery, we get buried in our own skin. I am so unfortunate. So, with the joy we become joyful, and with the misery we become miserable. Such people, those who are influenced by these complementary opposites, here the teacher says, Na tesham jayate bodha shastra koti shatairapi. Even if they have studied millions of scriptures, they will never know the truth. See? So what should be the spiritual practice? Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam Tavadanam Tirtha Yatra. Go to the temple, offer the fruits, flowers. See? No. The spiritual practice told in this text is completely different. And it is the reality. All others are only like, we go for shopping, we buy the things, we come back home and we calculate whether we have bought everything or not, and then we realize we bought everything but we left the bag in the show, that dukan only. This is not eating food. This is all required. After all that is done, then the food is cooked, and then it is eaten, then only the satiation of hunger happens. We are at the last stage, at the stage of eating. Therefore, this is the simplest and the most important spiritual practice. Let there be experience, but let no experiencer be born. Let there be knowledge, but let there be no knower born. Let there be activities, but no doer is born. See? Why I am making this long? You should remember once in a while. See? न तेषां जायते बोधः शास्त्रकोटिशतैरपि. Here we have seen yesterday. अतो हि निर्भयो विद्वान् निशंको विगतस्पृहः ज्ञानोत्साह परो भूयात् श्रद्धधानो निराकुलः. अतः, this being so. See, what being so? What we have seen in the last verse. This world is like this. You cannot do anything about it. Now this point is again and again brought everywhere. We are the students of Bhagavad Gita. So there, Dvandvair vimukta sukha-dukkha sanjaihi gacchanti amudhaha. Those who are uninfluenced by these complementary opposites. When a person is not influenced by them, then they amudaha gacchanti. They go wise. Gacchanti means they go. Where do they go? To wisdom. So, ataha, such people. Now, who are those? What is their nature? Savistaram vakshamaana mokshopaya rupa jnana sadhaka sarupam anugrayati. So what is that? Ataha hi nirbhayo vidvan. The first step. Vidvan, the wise seeker, nirbhayaha. Free from fear. Now what are the fears we carry? There are 6 types of fears we carry in our life. And they are because of 3 conditionings through which we function. First condition is the body, second the prana, and third the mind. So the fear with reference to body is old age and death. Jara mrityu. The fear with reference to the pranamaya kosha is hunger and thirst. And the fear with reference to the mind is shoka moha, the grief and delusion. These are the 6 areas which we carry as the fear virus in our system. Nobody is miserable because of death. The one who dies, he is also not miserable. And those who are alive, they are also not miserable. They are happy. Thank God. Gaya. There is no misery in death. How simple it is. But we become miserable because of that. No. We become miserable because of fear of death. Abhayam. See? Nirbhayo vidvan. The fear is killing. I am afraid I will be able to reach there on time or not. I am afraid after I reach I will understand or not. Afraid. Constantly living in fear. Similarly, about hunger and food and water. When I go to China, Japan, all these places, my friends in Mumbai ask me, Swamiji, when you go to China, what about food? I said, I don't go there for eating. I go there for satsang. They will not ask, what about your satsang? Which language you talk? What about food? Pay too. Such people can think only about food. They cannot go beyond the food. Then shoka moha, constantly carrying the burden of the past. See, I tell you how particular these ladies. I was in a marriage in Mumbai, and as usual, all the cinema things are over. The picture and shooting and video, everything over. Then my interest is food. So I went and took my food, and one old lady came. Swamiji, what are you doing? I said, I am doing disco. Swamiji, why do you say like that? I said, you are seeing me, I am eating food, and what are you doing? How do you feel? I said, I am feeling jealous. I am not getting married and that boy is getting married. She got so disgusted. She expected, I will ask Swami, Amma, how are you feeling? I didn't ask. Why should I? You suffer, you enjoy. Then she started, I am feeling very bad. I said, you want to get married once more or what? These days, youngsters have no manners. They get married and we old are not married. There will be a day when the old people will complain like this thing. Then she said, my daughter would have been married like this. I said, very good, she did not get married, she must be smart. No, then Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. She died. I said, yesterday? No, when she was 6 months. Now that lady was 85, not out. And she was carrying the burden of that child which died when the child was 6 months. So that 6 months daughter's death, she carried up to next 80 years. And they call it, emotions. Remember one principle, if you want to walk spiritual path, don't seek sympathy from anybody in this world. And those who seek sympathy, they try to do something so that the people become aware of their miseries. And therefore, Amma kya ho gaya? Jinda hai beta, maro na bhi, wo bhi nahi hai. See, friends, it's so important. More, give up all what you are. Yesterday evening we had a talk. The real spiritual practice is empty yourself. See? When our cup is full, you go on putting. This story you must have heard. There was one Vedanti, he went to a Zen master, a Avadhuta. And this master immediately understood. He said, yes, what can I do for you? No, I have come to discuss Vedanta with you. He said, wait a minute, before we start, let's have a cup of tea. All the wise people take tea. Then he bought the kettle and kept the cup and started pouring the tea. And the cup was full. Still is pouring. It is overflowing. He said, what are you doing? It is full. Oh, I didn't realize that. But when it is full, what is wrong if I put some more tea? If you have to put some more tea, you have to empty it. Then only you can put, oh, you are great wise man. In the same manner, if you want to talk to me, first empty yourself. Then what I talk will enter in you. Unless we empty the samsara, Paramatma cannot enter. See? Therefore, nirbhayaha, the wise seeker should practice this consciously. If you are studied this, you have lost your freedom. Number one, to be miserable. Number two, to talk about your death and to ask about somebody else said death. मरने का क्या विचार है? See? No. Death should be removed from our dictionary. See, friends. But all the time, I don't know why Bhagwan doesn't take me. He doesn't like dirty people remaining here. So, ataha nirbhayo vidvan, then nishankaha. The second problem, nishankaha. We carry the burden of shanka, the doubt, not lagu shanka. People carry lagu shanka also. You know the meaning of lagu shanka? If you do not know, be happy. Lagu shanka is the bladder pressure. See? So, nishankaha. There should not be any doubt. Now find out, what is that about which you have no doubt? You have no doubt about whether you are or you are not. See? We may have doubt whether I remember Bhagavad Gita properly or not. Or I may have doubt whether I have switched off the gas before coming over here or not. But there cannot be any doubt whether I am or I am not. We are not sleeping. We are experiencing everything. Yet, an experiencer is not born. This time, we don't have that notion, yes, I have understood. No. And therefore, you will never be able to make a memory of this experience. Because this experience is trans-mind. In other words, you are hearing silence. Hearing silence means presence and absence of sounds have no impact on you. Nishankaha. No doubt of any kind. अतो ही निर्भयो विद्वान निशंकः. See, all earlier struggle is dropped. Therefore, nothing to do, nowhere to go. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. अतो हि निर्भयो विद्वान निस्संगः. निशंकः, then विगत स्पृहः. Vigata spruha. Spruha is, if I get something more, it will be better. That is called as deenata. Deena means what? These are the two things which are characteristic of a samsari. One is deenata and the second is Hinata. So what is Dina? Dina means the Lord has given, but if He had given something more, it would have been better. He has given me 4 daughters, but had He given me 1 son, it would have been better. What we have, we are not content with that. Deenata. And second thing is heenata. I don't have this, I don't have that. See, people have got this thing, but I don't have this thing. These 2 things, heenata and deenata, they reduce the infinite to the finite. Because in the finite alone, something can be added, something can be improved. Infinite, neither can you add anything, nor can you improve. And that you are. Ato hi nirbhayo vidvan nishanko vigata spruhaha. See. Therefore, whatever we have in our life is enough. Jo thari raha hai, so mari raha hai. O Lord, thy will be done. We don't want to improve. Wherever we are, whatever we are, whenever we are, be 100%. With this bra. Then, jnano saha paro bhuyat. Now, such a seeker should jnana utsaha paro bhuyat. Now remain inspired. Utsaha. Utsaha means inspired. See? Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was told by Bhagavan Krishna, Klaibyam masma gama partha na etatvai upapadyate. Anything which we begin in an inspired mode is never a burden. But when we do anything as a burden, we will never be inspired in life. See? Inspiration is expression of the inherent divinity. Perspiration is the expression of the matter, stink. See? So whether we are inspired or perspired. See? Therefore, jnana utsaha paraha. You know how utsaha doesn't come? This happened in Kaivalya Dham. I used to stay sometime. We had 1 or 2 courses of Vedanta there. And in our talks, even if somebody comes, it was free. You can come and sit. So one day, one lady came and she said, I want to come and listen to you, Swami. Come, sit down, no problem. And then after the lecture was over, she said, Swamiji, you are all right. I said, why? You did not tell any jokes. The topic was Brahma Sutra. See, that day I realized people know me not as a man of wisdom, but joker. स्वामी जी आपके जोक्स अच्छे होते हैं. See, friends, jnana utsaha paraha. If you are not tired and bored of study of scriptures, contemplation, reflection, remaining undisturbed, see, then only you can walk the spiritual path. Otherwise, you are everything the same, Brahman, pata nahi kahan hai. No. There are people, they get fed up of Brahman. Jnana utsaha paraha. And whenever you do anything in your life under the influence of inspiration, you will never be tired in life. See, inspired person doesn't perspire. And perspiring person, they get perspiration before beginning anything because of frustration. Pata nahi hoga ki nahi hoga. No. Therefore, jnanotsaha paro bhuyat. Therefore, there should not be even once this thought in our mind. I am listening to Vedanta for so many years, but nothing is happening. To whom? To Vedanta. Remember basic principle. In Vedanta, you do not get freedom for I. Then you get freedom from I. You have to disappear. Paramatma is not doing sadhana. Brahman is not doing sadhana. See, the man doesn't go to the hospital. It is the patient who goes to the hospital. See, it is the man who doesn't come for satsang. It is the husband who comes for satsang. Why? He is fed up. Man is not fed up. Husband is fed up. And then he goes and tells the wife, do you know what Swami told? And she is not interested because she is wise. See, friends, remember this. We will not get anything on the spiritual path because we have disappeared. Now this one, if we simply realize and understand our own experience of deep sleep, in deep sleep what do we get? Nothing. Your name, your fame, your achievements, your failures, your relations, your enemies, everything, nothing, everything is given up. And we come to a point wherein no further giving up is possible. That is the ultimate truth. So realization is a waking sleep. यानिशा सर्वभूतानां तस्याम जागृति संयमी यस्याम जागृति भूतानि सानिशा पश्यतो मुने. The awakened one is unlike the average people. For the average people, world is real and Paramatma is nowhere. And for the wise man, Paramatma alone is, this world is nowhere. Change the focal length. When we go to the jeweler, our attention is on the name and design, latest fashion of the ornament. Jeweler's attention is on the substratum, the gold. See? What is the reason? Change in focal length is not possible for us because we are so much carried away by the various kinds of glitter of name and form. Jnanotsaha paro bhuyad, then shraddhadhano. See, shraddhadhanaha. Now what is shraddha? Bhagavan Shankara's definition is the best one. Shastrasya guru vakyasya satya buddhyavadharana sa shraddha kathita sadbihi yaya vastu upalabhyate. What is told by our scriptures? By scriptures, I clearly mean Veda, Upanishad, our Sanatani Shastra. Don't become a secular when you come to the spiritual path. We should be clear about. See, when we study science, we are not studying Newton. See, it doesn't matter. Principle is principle. Unless you take the British citizenship, you will not understand the law of gravity. No. You don't have to convert yourself anywhere. See? In one place where it happened recently, Swamiji, you are telling so greatness about your Hinduism. Yes. Then why it is not spreading all over the world? Like other religions are spreading. I said, I don't know. My reply is very simple, I don't know. No, you must tell it. I said, if I tell, you will not like it. And when I tell, I don't want discussion beyond that. You accept or don't accept, I don't care. Okay. I said, have you ever heard? Health is spreading all over. What spreads? Disease. Do you mean? I said, I don't mean anything. You have to find out. Health never spreads. It is the disease that spreads. See, friends, you have to hold on to the truth. Therefore, Shraddhadhanaha, what is told by our scriptures, that this world appears but doesn't exist, or this world is nothing but Paramatma, includes you also. Now see the net result of this, both the thoughts. Net result is freedom from desires. Living at zero desire level is living in God. But God also has got a desire. It is said, so kamayata bahusyam prajayeti sa tapodapyata tapastaptva idagam sarvam asrujada. See? He also desired. Now see, there is movement of water in the rivers as well as there is movement of waters in the ocean. Now what is the difference? The movement of waters in the river is necessity for the river to attain fulfillment, and therefore those waters are running to the source, the ocean. So the movement out of necessity is one type. And second thing, in ocean there is also movement, but that movement is an expression of fulfillment. See, our Tukaram Maharaj says, Ananda che dohi ananda taranga. See, in the ocean of bliss, there are the waves of bliss. See, friend. Therefore, Shraddhadhanaha, our scriptures very clearly tell us that you are divine. See, hold on to that. You don't have to gain divinity. You have to remove the wrong notions without creating new notions. In all other approaches, there is only a notion replacement. Papoham, papakarmaham. Therefore, I go to the temple, do the puja. Now I become punya karma. Then I have misappropriated lot of money. Then I have to go and give some charity so that money is purified. Shraddhadhanaha. Shraddha, what the scriptures tell, you are divine. Yes. Simply giving the name, hi Mr. Divine, how are you? No. It is an experience. And what is the experience of divinity? Infinity is that where nothing can be added, therefore no desires. Nothing can be taken out, therefore no fear of losing anything. Desire to get something and fear that I may lose something. And these two things are deleted from our system. Then you see there what is their experience? That is the truth. Jnanotsaha paro bhuyat shraddhadhanaha. Then nirakulaha. Akula means one is extremely frustrated, miserable, and seeking attention from the world. See? Nirakulaha. Shraddhana Acharya Agama. Same thing is written here. Shraddhana Acharya Agama Shastreshu Tat Pratipadita Jnana Acharyoho Vishwasapara. Then Nirakula iti Tanu Karana Bhuvana Bhogartha Chinta Rahita. Nirakula means he is not worried about, see, I am going there, I hope I get good food, I hope. Akulata is with reference to the future. I don't know what is going to happen. I don't know. If you don't know, relax. If you know, be prepared. See? Many elderly people have got this worry. Swamiji, I am always having this fear. After I die, what will happen to my wife and my children, my property, my business? I am all the time worried about it. I said, not only you, Babuji, but they are also worried. How they are worried? ये मरता क्यों नहीं? See, we only have that notion. What will happen? When you die, maybe your wife will get married again. Who knows? See, friends. Therefore, nirakulaha, live in the utter present. This is the spiritual practice which is indicated in this. It was not told, Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam. No. No tapasya. Agre Vanni Prushte Bhano Ratro Chubuk Samarpita Jano. Not waiting for the right time to come. Angam Galitam Palitam Mundam Dashana Vihinam Jatam Tundam. No. Right now and here. Etad Vaitat. Kathopanishad. This is that. Then Nirmamaha Karunopetaha Sarvabhuta Bhayapradaha Bhajet Kalottaram Devi Mumukshur Yoga Tatparaha. So, such a Mumukshu Yoga Tatparaha, such a seeker of truth, Mukshu. And you know the best part is, we don't have to get anything. Therefore, it is called self-discovery, like scientific discovery. Science does not create anything. Only the hidden laws of nature, they are covered by the ignorance, therefore they are removed. The ignorance is removed, the truth is revealed. See? It is not the effect of any sadhana. Therefore, the most important simple principle of spiritual life according to this text is, spiritual life is a process of undoing what we have been doing and unbecoming whatever we have become so far. I am not telling something great. This is what we do every day. When we go to sleep, what is the process? We start, first of all, unbecoming. I am a officer, I am a subordinate, I am rich, I am poor, I am husband, I am daughter-in-law, son-in-law, I am father, I am fortunate. Everything is slowly dropped. So we start unbecoming, see, and undoing. And then we come to a point where there is no further anything which has remained to unbecome. And what is that point? That point is last I want to sleep. I want to sleep. This is the japa goes on. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. Everything is dropped. And ultimately, this I who wanted to sleep, when he is also dropped, the sleep begins. That is one of the reasons I like those people who sleep in the satsanga. Because the one who has come for satsanga, he dropped that. That's all. When we don't understand this, we suffer. In Mumbai it happened. Two persons were sitting right in front in two chairs, and one was a descendant of Kumbhakarna, and the other was the factory owner of Dunlop pillows. So this Kumbhakarna, the moment lecture started, and Dunlop pillow was there, and Dunlop pillow said, "What is this happening?" Kumbhakarna put the handle full. And I was enjoying that, Why should I suffer? Never suffer because of anybody. After the talk was over, he was the first one, Kumbhakarna was the first one. Swamiji, you are awesome. See? And he happily walked out. Now this Dunlop pillow, he came. Swamiji, when you saw him sleeping, it disturbed me. I said, look here, first of all, be cool. What for you have come here? To become miserable or happy? But I came for a happy part. I said, listen. He was already happy. You are still suffering. This is what is the simplest thing in life. See? Mumukshu. We don't have to gain anything. The real spiritual practice is lose everything. Simply chanting the mantra has no meaning. Like, they do when they receive a Swami, sannyasi, mechanical. Na karmana na prajaya. I don't know why they make such a dirty sound. Na karmana na prajaya dhane na tyage neke amritattama cho. Even the meaning is not understood. Forget about practicing in life. See? Tyagena eke amritattva manasho. Tyagena. Bhagavad Gita, toward the end, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam charanam raja. Tyag. Give up. There is a secret behind this word. When Bhagavan Krishna speaks, it cannot be an average statement. Tyag. You can give up something if it belongs to you, is it not? One girl comes and tells me, Swamiji, I am very angry with you. Talak, talak, talak. So I will ask her, Mary Ma, tell me, when did we get married that you want to give me talak? Oh, is it necessary? Yes. See? If some husband comes and tells me, Swamiji, I am fed up of my wife, please help me, what should I do? Okay, I will give her a divorce on your behalf. You cannot. In the same manner, tyage naike, when you have to give up anything, before that find out what is yours. Start from your own body. Gross body, Gujarati. See? What is ours? Nothing is ours. And what an arrogance. And because of that arrogance we suffer. Therefore, one has to remember, mumukshutva is freedom from the bondage or liberation, and this liberation is only giving up the wrong notions. If you ask me the essence of spiritual practice, freedom from wrong notions. Now we have to understand freedom from wrong notions without creating new notions. See, earlier I was a bhogi. Now since I started Ramdev Baba, I have become a yogi. See? So I is still there. There was one mother, she saw that her son was eating lot of nail, constantly eating. And she tried everything, but he could not stop. Then these yoga people have got this funny notion. Anything can be cured because of yoga. Everything. So she sent him to the yoga classes. Now at least he will stop. And after yoga class was over, 3 months training, then he came. Thereafter he started eating the nail of his toe. Yoga. Earlier he did not have that option possible. Arey yaar, See? Wrong notions are to be given. What are the wrong notions about ourselves? Wrong notion about the world. Who am I? What is the world? Who is God? And what is the spiritual practice? Give up these 4 wrong notions. Then one day you will come to discover this. We are all miserable always as somebody. See? Therefore, by mistake in English it is said, nobody is happy. It is very true. Nobody alone is happy. Somebody is always miserable. What is the secret of our happiness in deep sleep? Because in deep sleep we are nobody. See? That husband who doesn't dare to look at the wife, how can he snore so loudly in deep sleep? Because he is no more a husband. He is not looking at her. So what? See, friends. Therefore, what is all spiritual practice? Don't become anybody. Is the process of unbecoming. Similarly, the world is too much. Which world is too much? The 5 elements are bad. The earth is bad. What is wrong where? See, woman is not problem. The problem begins when the same woman is seen as a daughter by the father, husband by the wife by the husband, mother by the son. Problems are for the daughter, for the wife, and for the mother. See? The woman, there is no problem. And these are relationals. So, woman is in God's creation. And all the relations are our creation. So, in Jiva Srishti, in our creation, there is nothing but miseries. In God's creation, there is nothing but joy. See, friends, how simple it is. Therefore, mumukshu, we have to give up the wrong notions. Nothing else. Then further, wrong notion about God. See? If we are able to analyze our day-to-day experiences, we will discover something very subtle. Now what is that very subtle? One of my friend in Delhi, a very elderly man, 80-85, he came and told on the airport, he said, evening I cannot come because of driving problem, so I came to meet you now. I said, very good. He said, do you know why I have come? I said, I don't know. I have come to tell you a good news. I said, don't tell me you are getting married again. He said, no, I have given up smoking. I said, what is great about it? Swamiji, you don't know. I was smoking for last 60 years. From the age of 15, 16, I started smoking. But now I have given up. So I wanted to tell you this news. I said, good. Now you answer my question. You have got data. 60 years of smoking and the quantity of happiness that you had. Now, few days of giving up smoking and the quantity of happiness that you have, between these two, which you value more? Of course, after I give up smoking. See, tyage naike amritatva manashu. Friends, the real joy is not in possession and accumulation. The real joy is giving up to such an extent that in deep sleep we give up everything. Tatra mata amata bhavati, tatra pita apita bhavati. You may be mother, mother-in-law, father, father-in-law. All these things are dropped. Tyage naike amritatva manashu. See? Therefore, the real spiritual practice is not getting anything in life. Otherwise, normally this question, I have done so much of God. Hindi mein, Bhagwan ka itna kiya. Who asked you? Did Bhagwan say, give me Ekadashi? He didn't say. It's your problem. You suffer. Therefore, spiritual practice is not getting lost in torturing here and there. And don't push the God far away somewhere. See, you want to discover God right now, I tell you. This is that. There is an experience, but no experiencer is born because this experience doesn't fall in the purview of our known experiences. Our known experiences are always supported by the complementary opposites. Here we are not done anything, we are not gaining anything. Mumukshu. Now, such a seeker, he should have additional practice, nirmamaha. Mamata is with reference to the past, possessions. I was there, I was born in India and then I went there and... See? Why the small kids are happy? Because they have no past. Why old people are miserable? Because they are carrying the burden of the past. जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन, हो गए भाड़ में, तुम भी जाओ. One of the highest spiritual practice we told you, do not talk about your past memories. No need. without any effort, you will start observing silence. And this silence is not against sounds. This we call prashanti. It is neither ashanti nor shanti. Shanti and ashanti, peace and disturbance, they are opposite to each other. If there is ashanti, there is no shanti. If there is shanti, there is no ashanti. But its prashanti is, shanti and ashanti have no impact. Shanti doesn't enhance it, and ashanti doesn't disturb it. With this mode, go and live every moment of the day. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.